We are back. The ghost is
If you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
I write pretty much all day, every day, and Grammarly makes my writing better.
As a student, I like that it's free.
What's great?
Actually, is correcting everything as...
Skip ahead. Sorry. What's up, fuckers?
Man, what are you doing?
Gotta go to the beach to grab some of my my retirement certificates because somebody forgot to put them out of my car. Now they're refusing to give them to me. Yeah. So now I gotta plan a trip to the beach today. Fine.
Wait, what?
Nah, I'll tell you later.
He's always got something going on. We can't keep up.
Always something. Oh, Lauren wanted... Lauren... I won't do it yet. What's up, homie?
Fuck, just got back from getting my fucking brother's 4-wheeler. Had to go out to Jackson Hewitt this morning for taxes, and then he called me and he's like, my 4-wheeler's done. So, you care to go pick it up? I dropped it off, didn't I? He's like, well, yeah. He's like, alright, I'll go get it. So I go out there to pick it up, and fucking jackknife my trailer because there's literally no room to fucking turn around. So that was fun. And then I get back here and test drive it to make sure that it's running properly, and it's not. Because when he first got it, I could run that thing up to pretty damn close to about 55, and it's acting like it's not getting all the gears in because it's topping out in 5th gear at like 46. So it's definitely something's not right with it.
It sounds like the clutch is going out.
Yeah, well, he's got the electronic shift and the auto, the ESP and all that shit, and I switched it out with both to check it, and it's in the gear. So he's gonna be pissed when he gets home. My guess is he'll say fuck it, rag it out the best he can, and then fucking sell it. Well, I bought him a dirt bike about 4 years ago for $700, just so that we could go riding. And he had the dirt bike for all of about 6 weeks, and then it started leaking oil bad. So he's like, let's take it apart and see if we can't fix it. So we start tearing into it and taking a look at it. He's like, dude, this is going to cost way more money than I can afford. He's like, I'm just going to sell it. Okay. So we had it completely torn apart, top to bottom. And then he convinced somebody at work to buy it off of him for $800, and the guy did it. So we made $100 profit on a dirt bike. My brother's the kind of guy that he buys something, he'll turn around and flip it, and he'll make his money off of it because he just has the gift of gab. So he can tell anybody anything, and they'll be like, "Okay, I'll take it." The fuck?
That's a good talent to have there.
Oh, it is.
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. You can play that for everybody. I fucking hate
you. She was just joking.
Oh.
She was just joking. So I was like, I hope I didn't embarrass you. She said, no, you didn't embarrass me. Why I think I gave you more ammo.
That's funny. But yeah, I want to pick that fucking piece of shit up, and it's still acting stupid as fuck. He's coming in on his birthday, flying in from Florida. He's possibly going to be stuck down there for the next 8 months to a year and a half, depending on how fast they can get their shit done. They called in 800 new welders to come in to the factory that he's working at, but they're not calling any more guys that do what he does. So it's him and like I think 4 or 5 other crews, and they're 3-man crews, and their only thing that they do is they go in and they check all the welds on everything and make sure they're in spec. And he's like, dude, they're calling in 800 welders. Like, what? He's like, yeah, they're calling it 800 welders. Well, are you guys going to get any more crews to come in and help out? No, they're giving it to us to do, and they're making it mandatory that we have to shoot at least 15 shots a night. Well, a shot is not just one shot. A shot is actually 3 shots because they have to get it from 3 different angles minimum. And if they're not in spec, then they have to go to their next one, but call in the welder to come back in and redo his fucked up welds. And he's like, dude, they're bringing in guys that are straight out of fucking welding, like welding technical trade schools that can't weld for shit. He's like, I'm going to be down here for fucking at least a year. So I'm feeling pretty sorry for him.
Does he do that ultrasonic testing? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, those guys, they're underappreciated and overpaid. So, we had those guys come up and inspecting our welds up in North Dakota, up in the oil patch, and they work some long ass hours.
Yeah, he goes in at 7:00 at night, mandatory, no matter what. He has to be there at 7. He's supposed to get off in 12 hours, so he should be off obviously at 7 a.m. His days that he's working right now, he's averaging anywhere from 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon before he gets off, just because of all the bullshit that they're dealing with right now down there.
Jesus.
Damn.
And when are they supposed to sleep? That just seems like that would be so dangerous. God.
He's been doing it now since December, I think. Yeah, December. He's been doing it since right after Christmas. He left New Year's Day, so technically not December, January. He's been doing it since January 1st. It was mandatory. They put his ass on a flight and shipped his ass down, and they had to pick up a truck. They have their obviously. I don't know, Chris, if you've seen their X-ray rooms that they have on the back of their trucks.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are huge. I mean, they put them on the back of, I think they're Chevy 1500s, and these rooms, they hold all their specialty chemicals. It's basically their lab on wheels where they can develop the film and check it and all that. So he had to go pick that up from one job location, drive it back to the new job location, and then on top of that, still he had to find a place to stay. And their per diem down there right now is only, I think, $850. And you figure, okay, $850 for one guy to go get a hotel room and pay for all his food while he's out of town, plus his gas. It doesn't add up. Not even close.
No, I don't. I got a buddy. He does that, and he'll just disappear. He'll be gone for like 4 or 5 months, and then he'll just show up. But when he shows up, the company he works for obviously gives him better per diem than that, because he shows up, he's like balling. He's like, "Hey, who wants to drink?" I do.
Hey,
I'm paying.
Hey, y'all keep going. I gotta take this call. Y'all keep going. I'll be right back.
But yeah, no, he's a good guy. It's a good trade though. I mean, it's a specialty trade. You don't. It's not one of those things you just get out of school and next thing you know you're finding yourself making big bucks.
No.
That's some pretty high tech stuff there.
Yeah, well, and not even only that. I mean, you have to really know somebody that's already in the field doing it that can kind of like get you in the back door, because that's the way he got in. His buddy started doing it, and it's I don't even want to say it's his buddy, because it's not. It's his ex-girlfriend's, which is his two oldest daughters. It's their mom. It's her husband, and he kind of got my brother on because he got on, and when he got on, he's like, "Hey, I'm up here. I started out, cleaning up their bathrooms and offices for them at night, and I was making, $10 an hour. They want me to come in and do this thing called, I can't remember the definition of it, but it's, they call it RT. It's radio something, radiographic, some bullshit. But he brought him in and got him started at the plant and through a company. It's called Mistras, and he's been working with them for 2 years now. Well, when he started, like I said, he came in the back door. He started out $10 an hour. Well, he's gotten a couple pay raises since, obviously because he's been there for a while. So he's up to, I think, about $16 an hour. His buddy, however, has been brown nosing and kissing ass, and he's making like $25 an hour, and he got a sweet job. They offered him a job to go all across the eastern seaboard and check fire engines to make sure that all of their shit's still in spec. So he has it easy now, and he's making bank. My brother's still working the dog shit and not making anything. Like his buddy's per diem, I think, is like no matter where he goes, it's automatically it's set at $1,500 per diem, no matter where he goes.
That's wild. He needs to take his ass up to North Dakota. They're always looking for inspectors up there, and they start off at $25 an hour. They don't start off at that low $10 crap.
Shit, give me the information for it, and I'll let him know.
Right on.
Oh shit.
Just for that, if he knew he was going to make more money, he'd be all over that shit. Like, fuck you guys, see you later. He's almost walked away a couple times already just because of the whole per diem thing. Because obviously they load, you know how it works. They load the per diem, the week before, and that's what you use to, do all your shit with. For with this new job that they landed in Florida, it's like their per diem's not paying out on time. Like, he's not getting his per diem until halfway through the week, and he's like, "Look, you guys don't understand. I need this money. Stop fucking around."
Damn. Yeah, no, up there it's a different mentality though. It's a different mindset. You go up there to work, and the companies typically will put you up into one of their company sponsored locations. It's usually either a hotel or a man camp or something. But in the man camp, the idea just sounds disgusting, but it's not bad at all. And
Jade, I already knew you were going to laugh at that.
Yeah, that's why I kind of jumped on that real quick, because I didn't want Jade to jump on that one too quick.
I know what you're talking about, but she's sitting here thinking, man, there's a sausage fest in there.
Girls got to hook up. Yeah. But no, it's the company sponsors the location. They put you up, so you don't have any room fees or anything like that. Some of them
usually those are like RV camps, aren't they?
Sometimes, but the ones that I've stayed at, they're all like prefabbed Dick and Jane type rooms where you share a bathroom in the middle, and it's just it's its own
kind of like a barracks room.
Yeah, kind of like a barracks room, and then they'll have like a dining facility. You go in there and you just do your thing, and the company pays for everything. And then that they'll throw you per diem, like I think it's like $21 a day. So while you're out in the field working, you can get yourself something to eat before you go out there, all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty good setup. You make out pretty good. I was up there for 4 years, and in 4 years, I think I was averaging about $160,000 a year.
Nice.
So it's a good time, but it's a lot of hard work. I mean, you're working 14 to 18 hours a day sometimes in the summertime when it's sun up at 6 o'clock in the morning and sun downs at 10 o'clock at night. You're every bit of that light.
See, I was doing my buddy's dad. He works in the medical field, and his little thing he got started on back. He's from Iraq, so he's got a dual citizenship here in the United States and back there. And he came over here. He came over here, God, back in the I want to say the 60s, 50s or 60s, and started up this little medical company, and it turned into where now what he does is he gets contracted by a certain hospital. They'll say, well, we want to get rid of this machine so we can get a new machine. And his job is to go in with a broker. The broker will broker out a deal, find somebody that needs the X-ray machine, the MRI machine, whatever, and we'll turn around, we'll take it back, and we'll flip it, and he'll sell it to somebody else. I did one in Cincinnati, and that machine is actually on its way up to it's 2 years ago, so it's sitting up there waiting to be put in with all the paperwork and bureaucracy going on. It's been a headache for him to get it started, but we sold it to a company up in New York, and our job was to go in, and we would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, be out the door by 7, and on the job site by 8, and we would not leave until probably 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And that was just to take this MRI machine apart. And the thing is, taking them apart, I didn't realize how sensitive these things were. Like, you can't get near them with a cell phone. You can't get near it with ID card that's swipeable or anything like that to unlock doors. Everything on your body has to be taken off, and you walk into this room and you have to have specialty tools that aren't magnetic, that won't get sucked into the machine. Everything has to be delicately wrapped because of the lasers and the sensors and all that shit. And it takes a long ass time to take these things apart.